Today we are going to be quilting in the rain, but we're not going to get wet. And do you know why we're not going to get wet? Because it's going to be raining charm squares. So we don't need an umbrella. This video is sponsored by Skillshare, but more about that later. A few months ago, I was reading my American Quilter magazine, and I saw a quilt that was called Raining Hexies. Now, I've seen how you make hexagons, and if I am looking at it correctly, there's a lot of hand stitching involved and tedious, tiny cutting of fabric. So I thought, But what about raining charm squares? So I'm breaking out my Kona charm squares along with some grungy white charm squares, and we are going to make a quilt called Raining Charms. Let me show you. It's really quick. It is fun because you just mix your colors up, and I think it turns out really pretty. Now, before I got started on this particular quilt, I went to Skillshare to see if I could find a class on matching colors, because I wanted to make sure that these different colors were going to look good next to one another. So the Skillshare class taught me about analogous colors and complementary colors and monochromatic colors. So I'm going to use that information to make this quilt. Let me tell you a little bit more about Skillshare. Here I am on the Skillshare website, and I want to do a search on color matching. I wanted to make sure that the colors that I am putting in my Raining Charm Squares quilt were going to complement each other. And of course, I found all kinds of classes, how to match colors, how to use colors in a certain way, how to watercolor, how to use color in Premiere Pro, all kinds of classes. It turns out that not only can I match colors, but there is a class that shows me how colors make people feel. So I started taking that class, and I learned quite a bit. So now when I'm making a quilt, not only do I think about how to match colors, but I also think about different colors and the feelings that they will invoke. This is a great site to pick up on different interests, learn new things. It is a creative space created by creatives. So there are all kinds of things for we creatives to go out there and learn. The first 500 people to click on the link in my description below will get a month of Skillshare for free. So click that link below and get started learning new things today. So let's put that information to good use and use the design wall to arrange our Raining Charms quilt. So the first thing that I want to do is I want all white going across. Okay, we know I can't put things up straight, so we're not even going to bother. All right, and then I'm going to put mostly white on the next row, because what I want is for the charms with the color to start out light, and then as they start falling, they'll collect more as we go lower. So now I need to go through and find the colors that I want to use. I may only need one charm square. And actually I think I picked the wrong one, because I don't want really dark colors. I want a kind of a pastel, a pretty pastel. Is that just one? I think so. Okay. And I believe I'm going to run out of my white pre-cuts. So I'm going to cut some out to add. Okay, I'm going to put this here. I think I'm going to put that there. So I think these two colors would be monochromatic because they're different different colors of blue. Okay, so we have 3 rows. I think I'm going to put another white right. No, you know what? I've got another blue. This is a lighter blue. Actually, I think I'm going to do this. This is more of a blue-green. Okay. Let me go cut up some of this white grunge and then we'll keep going. I don't think this is exactly the same color, but I think it will work just fine. All right. And this is a basic gray grunge. So I'm very sad today. I dropped my Tula Pink Alicio full-size iron. So now I have this to use. I'm so sad. I didn't actually drop it. I believe there was a cat involved or multiple cats involved. Now I have no Tula Pink pretty little iron. It's very sad. I got a Rowenta because it's like, oh look, it does the same thing that the Tula Pink one does. But it's just not the same. All right, let's just get to cutting. Let me run an iron over this one with a crease in it. It's just not the same. Got some more white. It is not the same color grunge, but I'm not gonna worry about that because I'm gonna let it go. Just have fun creating this quilt. All right. So I think we'll do this. So let's pull some more fabric. I have a whole stack of white now. All right, so I'm gonna put you here. And I think I'll put, because slowly but surely, it's raining charm squares. And there we have it. Now, when we were on retreat, my mother, who never brings enough to do, asked me for something to do. So I've actually done a prototype of this quilt, but I did it with different colors. So let me show you that quilt. So this is the quilt that she put together. Isn't it pretty? I just love the way it turned out. So I have high hopes that this one will turn out to be just as pretty. It's just got different colors in it. I think they're kind of fun. So I'm looking at my color wheel, and so I've got a triad of colors, which are 3 colors that are equally spaced from each other on the color wheel, and that's violet, which I think I have some violet in here. This would be violet, like these right here would be violet. Then green. So if we put green next to the violet, that would be okay. And orange, which I don't have any orange. So then blue violet, which are more like this probably, these colors. Green, they're a yellow green, so this would be good next to the blue violet. Which I already lost it. Blue violet? Yeah, so these two are okay. And then red orange. I don't have any red orange. Red violet. So this is a red violet. And this is a red violet. I believe that is a red violet. Blue green, which here's a blue green. And here's a blue green. And yellow. I think I have yellow. Well, this is more of a yellow green though. I don't think I have a true yellow. So I'm kind of breaking the rules of the class, but I did learn a lot. You can see I am making great progress. I started sewing the blocks across, and then I thought, well, maybe it'll be easier if I sew them up and down. I don't know that it's any easier. It's pretty much the same. So I have 3 more rows to go, and then I'm going to put all the blocks together, and I am going to have a quilt top. There we go. That's my boy. Oliver's here to visit. He saw me with a quilt. He's like, ooh. All right, so I need you. Don't you grab that with your nails. No. No. Oh, Oliver, it's so good to have you helping. Yeah, it's so good to have you helping. So here is my raining charm squares. I didn't get wet at all. I just like all the white space. Some people don't like a lot of white space, but I think it just looks clean, and I don't know, it's more modern looking maybe. So you've just got splashes of color here and there until you reach the bottom where it just kind of all collects, kind of like a puddle of color. Now, the quilt that I created earlier, and actually my mother put it together. I helped design it and gave her, some direction. I'm not bossy. I just know what you should be doing. What I did is I threw this on my long arm and quilted it so you can get an idea of this one. I threw it on the long arm and quilted it so you can get an idea of what this one will look like when it's quilted. So let me show you. I really like the way it turned out too. The colors on this one are they're more muted. So it was a lot of fun to work on these. So if you've got some charm squares, or you don't even have to have charm squares, you saw where I needed some more white, and I just took some yardage that I had and I cut it into 5-inch squares. Your whole quilt could be made that way. I just like the pre-cuts because, they're easy. Thank you for watching. I am going to Ireland next fall, September of 2025. I would love for you to go with me. If you have any interest at all, I'm going to put a link in the description below, and that will give you information. If you have any questions, let me know. I would be more than happy to answer them. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Eat some chocolate and be kind to everyone. Until next time. Bye. Now, it's been a while since I've had any chocolate, and you all know chocolate-covered pretzels are one of my faves. So, eat some chocolate.